On today's episode of Breaking Bread, I'm hanging around Our Lady of Mount Carmel in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. So stay tuned. Hey everyone, on today's episode of Breaking Bread, I'm going to be in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, around the Church of Our Lady of Mount Carmel. Now this parish is located just down the street from Bedford Ave, where there are tons of trendy restaurants and shops. Now this is where Williamsburg really comes alive. So I'm going to get headed in that direction to see what I can find. So I'm hanging out on Bedford Ave here in Williamsburg, arguably one of the most busy and popular streets in this entire neighborhood. And there's a strong Asian influence to the restaurants around here, but I found out about a place called Red Bowl that has modern Chinese, and I heard it's really good. So let's get in there and check it out. I wasted no time. I came straight into the kitchen of Red Bowl, and this is David, the owner and one of the chefs here, right?
Yes.
Tell me what we're going to cook.
We're going to make a crispy pineapple beef, a steak. This is how we normally serve the dinner. So.
In the half pineapple?
Yes, ma'am.
That makes it look good already.
Yeah, looks better when it's cooked.
Okay. So what's the first thing you're going to do?
Okay, the first step is like we have to deep fry the beef.
Right, and that's the marinated flank steak.
Yes, flank steak. Yes.
Okay.
So as you can see, the flames are very high, and in the kitchens,
That's an intense flame. Is this a special kind of stove?
Oh my, yeah, very special. It makes cooking a lot easier.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're just deep frying it in some oil.
Yes, that's why I never cook in my house. I let my wife cook. Yeah. So this we have to let it fry until it's crispy. Yeah.
About how long does it take?
About 5 minutes. The degree is very high. So.
The grease is very high.
Yeah.
And then the steak, I can bet it's going to, because you've been marinating it, it's going to be nice and juicy
and
tender.
Very tender, very juicy, very nice.
Flank is always good.
Yeah. Okay. So we have to let that cook, and now we got some vegetables.
What do we have in there?
We have fresh red and green peppers, red onions, and fresh pineapples.
And what do you do with that?
Steam a little bit.
All right.
And then so this way we can cook with separately.
Perfect.
In Chinese restaurants, if they wait a little bit, we're cooking it fresh. So don't get mad.
It's worth the wait. Don't get mad. I don't get mad because I like good food, so I'm always willing to wait.
So as you can see, the beef is nice and crispy.
Crispy, golden brown to perfection.
So now.
That didn't take long at all.
Yes. Now, right?
Ooh,
we have to.
So flames.
Yeah, we have to like steam
the vegetables.
Yeah, steam the vegetables. Yeah.
With flames like that, that's why everything is cooking so quickly. That's amazing.
Very quickly. So
done already.
This is our chef sauce, which is already, the many things are inside.
Right.
So,
and I know you're not going to tell us the secret.
I can tell you a few things.
But not everything.
But
I don't blame you.
Yeah, we just add a little sugar and vinegar to it.
Okay.
People like it spicy, we add some spice to it, if they want. So this is sesame oil.
Sesame oil, vinegar, salt, or vinegar and sugar, right?
Yeah.
Vinegar and sugar. Mix that all up.
Yeah. We have a very light sauce to it, and you can turn off the flames if you want. So
it's hot in here.
No, it keeps the beef a little more crispy if you just turn it off first.
Whenever you're frying, the grease needs to be as hot as possible.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise, it'll just absorb the oil instead of crisping it on the outside.
Yeah. So this is how the dish is served.
Awesome.
It's nice.
served inside half of a pineapple. And your presentation is absolutely beautiful. Take a look at this, everybody. Tell me the name of this again.
Pineapple crispy
Pineapple
steak.
crispy steak. Now, you taught me a little bit how to cook it. I know I can't make this at home because I don't have all of this. But you know what I love to do?
Yes.
Eat it.
Okay.
So let's go.
Let's go. All right.
So David, I'm just gonna dig in to the steak because I
yourself.
just can't take it anymore. It smells so good. And
After that, you should try the chicken lettuce wraps as well.
Okay, I'll
Yeah,
definitely.
chicken
That's
lettuce
my
wrap. It's nice, healthy. It's very nice, you know.
light too, right?
Yeah, very light.
And that's an appetizer.
Yeah, this is appetizer. Yeah,
This is delicious.
it's good, right?
Crispy, but the beef is really tender.
It's very tender, very tender. The way we marinate it is a special way, you know. It's a different technique, and you know it stays juicy and very tender as well. So you know.
And crispy on the outside.
Yes, ma'am.
Without
Yes,
being
ma'am.
soggy.
Yep.
So you guys take a really modern approach to everything. Even your menu, all your specialties are named after families and friends, right?
Yes, yes. You know, we tested like see what everybody likes and stuff. So you know, so instead of like saying like chef specials and stuff, you know, everything's special, but you know how special. So you know,
Sure.
So you know, we give the family and friends some tests, and you know, let them try different foods.
Right.
And you know, pick ones that I think that is suitable for them to what they like with their name on it. So you know.
Sure.
And they're proud of it, you know.
Yeah,
they're
why
on the menu.
not?
Yep. I have this place trying to make the neighborhood everybody feel comfortable.
Right.
Have a place to eat, nice food, you know, good quality food. You know, that's I grew up in this neighborhood. You know, give something back to the neighborhood. So.
Well, the food is
good.
delicious, and I'm having something here that I can only find at certain places, which is plum wine.
Plum wine.
This is my very favorite wine.
Cheers.
So, yes, thank you for
Yep.
this. When you are in Williamsburg, you gotta stop by Red Bull and even get a little something. The food is delicious. I'm gonna keep eating. Thank you for having
Okay,
us.
Sure.
Hey, Father Jamie.
Hey, Tati, how you doing?
Good.
How you like finding your way around Williamsburg?
You know, I like Williamsburg. It's kind of young, kind of hip.
Well, you may think everything's new in Williamsburg.
Yeah.
But I'm going to take you to a place that's been around forever.
So kind of like old-time Williamsburg.
Yes, let's go.
Let's check it out. Thank you.
Hi, welcome to Bamonte's.
Hi, Nicole. How are you? How's
Good, how are
everything?
you?
Good. This is Tati.
Hi, nice
This is
to meet
Nicole, and you'll meet her sister Lisa and Laura later, her dad, Anthony.
Yes, great. Wow, Nicole, this place is like a blast from the past.
Thank you, thank you. I can't wait for you to meet them.
Let's get in.
Hey.
Well, we're here at Bamonte's restaurant with my good friend Anthony Bamonte.
Hi, Monsignor.
Nice to see you.
Pleasure, pleasure.
Now, how long has this been here?
Well, we're here 109 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
Oh, yeah. My grandfather started it. When he first started, he had it, they called it Liberty Hall.
And it's been in the family for 109
for 109
years.
years.
When did you take over?
Well, when I was about 7 years old.
And now you're passing it on to your
I'm
daughters.
passing on to my children, my daughters,
That's
Laura,
great.
Lisa, and Nicole, hopefully.
Now, I've been coming here over about 18 years now.
Right.
And I noticed there's always priest here. Tell us why there's always priest here.
We got the blessing. Well, years ago, Bishop McGovern used to come here.
Muggsy, they used to call,
call him. But he used to come here with all the Monsignors, and he used to sit down almost every Friday night. And they used to hold court here, I think.
I feel really, really at home here. I was chatting with Nicole about how we both grew up in restaurants because I grew up in a restaurant too. So I like this place. What can I say?
No, it's really.
Yeah.
And the
that's
food
what
is great, too.
Yeah, this is good.
Well,
really
I hope
good.
You get a
enjoy your
real
dinner.
home-cooked meal here.
Well,
That's
it's
what
so-
I like about it.
So Father Jamie, you volunteered to head into the kitchen and cook with two of the lovely Bamonte daughters, right?
Yes, Lisa and Laura. I'm so lucky
Okay.
today. I feel blessed.
Well, you are blessed. And that's a privilege as well.
Yeah, do you know what you're making yet?
It's a surprise.
I love surprises.
I know
love
you
Father
do.
Jamie surprises. They're always good.
Well, we're here in the kitchen of Bamonte's restaurant with Lisa and Laura Bamonte. And Lisa, what are we cooking today?
Mussels marinara.
Oh, you're going to show us how to make it?
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, Laura, you can just watch, right?
Yes. Okay. We have our mussels. Take a little bit of fresh olive oil. Put it in the pan. Garlic. Now you want that to be nice and brown. Okay, the garlic's coming around. take a little bit of white wine. You don't really want to do the white wine on the stove because it does have a tendency to burn.
Well, the alcohol will
Yes.
go right up.
Let that cook a few minutes.
Try one of those.
Or can you ladle in, we're going to ladle in a spoonful of marinara, basil, pepper, just a dash of salt. Take that. And you're just going to let that cook until the mussels open up nicely.
Now, mussels like in red sauce, you just serve just like that.
Just like
Not
that.
over pasta or anything like that.
If you prefer pasta, you may have pasta.
Just about done? Wow, look at that. You know, I've been out of the kitchen a while. I forgot how hot it is in here. Oh, my God. Yeah, you want to make sure that they're all open, right? If a mussel isn't open or a clam or shellfish is not open,
Don't eat it.
Don't eat it. That smells outrageous. Now, of course, you have to dip this in bread. Now, a lot of times this would be an appetizer, right? People would tip on these.
Or people will order it as an entree with pasta.
Tati's gonna love this one.
Mussels marinara.
That looks scrumptious. Well, Lisa and Laura, thank you, and we'll see you soon. I'll be in.
Thank you, Father Jamie.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Laura, eat these mussels. I can't wait.
Father Jamie, this looks and smells incredible. So these are mussels, but tell me about it.
Well, this is mussels in red sauce, and it's a very popular dish here at Bamonte's. And it's just really fresh mussels, sauteed with some tomato, garlic, salt and pepper, and white wine.
Smells good. Well, I have a little confession to make. While you were cooking, I could see like all these flames coming up, and look like you're putting in some hard work.
Well, I had a little help from Lisa and Laura, but that was all the alcohol burning off out of the white wine.
I see.
Now this you have to have with bread. The best part of this meal is dunking the bread right into the sauce. In fact, most people have the sauce before they even have the mussel.
Probably, because it smells so good. You know that's where all the juices and the flavors are.
I like it.
That sauce is incredible.
You like that bread, right? Mm-hmm. And when it's crispy, it absorbs all the sauce. It's delicious.
I noticed it was crispy. Well, if this is this good, I can't wait to come back and try more things on the menu here at Bamonte's.
I'll come with you.
Sounds good. So, Father Jamie, this is one of your spots, right?
Yes, La Locanda.
Okay, Italian?
Italian restaurant, great one. One of my favorites.
Now, you know, when I think Williamsburg, I don't normally think Italian food.
Well, in this part of Williamsburg, there are a lot of Italians and a lot of Italian restaurants.
Okay, so is the food good?
Excellent.
Let's get in here. Okay, this is a beautiful spread. You have to tell us everything that's here.
Okay, we start from the cold antipasto. They call is a melon, prosciutto, mozzarella, and cantaloupe. This is like the shrimps, is a calamari, is a crab meat, little octopus.
Right.
It's made just with the
lemon,
olive oil, all the garlic, and lemon.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna try this first.
But that one is white kidney beans and escarole. There's a pasta fagioli, which they call pasta fagioli over here. You know?
Right.
The majority of the Italian, they speak dialect. They don't even speak the perfect language, right? So they call pasta fagioli. It's very simple. It's like a little long time to make it.
I know.
It's very good.
I've had it here many times, and it's always delicious.
It's a lot of
and you use
veggie.
different types of pasta.
Well, mixed pasta.
Right.
That's wow. Why they use this kind of pasta right now? Because these are all leftover pasta.
Right, exactly.
So now you open the bag, you got the little leftover, and they used to mix all together, get some beans, make some broth, and make pasta fagioli.
And these dishes
And
fed
then
the whole family.
Exactly.
And there was always room for when your cousin came
Oh, yeah,
over or
that's
someone
for
knocked
sure.
on the door. Come in and eat. Manja, manja.
I love how everything has a story.
Well, in reality, that's what it was. It's a story behind it, everything they used to do it. You know, because there is now the leftover pasta. What do you do today? a lot of the people that
throw it away,
they throw it away.
unfortunately.
Years ago, they don't have the money to go buy another pound of pasta, so they're being reused. Like the bread, it's the same thing.
I love that. It's kind of like, it's a history lesson because you see the sea right by the ocean, but then you also see like old values even. Like you don't throw stuff away, you reuse it to the very end.
Now you mentioned the bread. Now you make your own bread here.
Yes, I make every morning with my own bread. If you
Better
see,
than any bakery, I'm telling you.
This bread is delicious.
And you notice we just break it. We don't cut bread. Italians don't cut
No.
bread. We break it.
We just
breaking
break
bread.
Now, this is delicious. I'm going to taste a little bit of everything, but you guys are going to get in the kitchen shortly and make something.
Yes, we're going to prepare something Kono mentioned to me. We're going to.
Well, we don't tell you right now. We'll tell you after. You know.
It's going to be a secret, but it's something very dear to Kono.
Okay. That sounds interesting. Sounds like another story.
Another story behind that.
Another surprise. So we're here in the kitchen with Chef Ona. Kono, what are we preparing today?
Okay, today we prepared an old plates, what we call in Italian the linguine della nonna.
Grandma's pasta.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it's very simple plate. You can prepare this in even home in 10 minutes. The main thing you got to do, you chop up the garlic before fresh garlic, a little olive oil. We saute the garlic, so we let it
saute this a little bit.
bit,
Okay.
not really brown like a gold.
Okay.
That way it doesn't have a strong garlic flavor. And we wait for a few minutes.
Okay.
The main thing, the olive oil is hot.
And this is paprika?
This is paprika, yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Then now after the garlic is ready, I put a little pinch of a paprika. They give it the flavor and the color too. You take the fry pan out of the fire, that way you saute that.
So it's not so hot.
That's not that hot.
It doesn't burn.
As soon as that, you see, with a little dissolve,
Okay.
you put it back on the fire, and then you add the little broccoli di rapa.
Right.
They call it cimma di rapa. You know?
Italian broccoli.
Italian broccoli, exactly. Okay? And you let it saute a little bit. Okay.
Very
After
good.
that, we put a little pepperoncino. Not a lot, because a lot of people, they don't like that. After that, what I use, a little chicken broth. You let it cook that. Now, I see you see I got the pasta already cooked on a halfway. And what I do, I add that to the broccoli.
So that's parboiled already.
Yes, it's like an halfway, like it's still hard. It still need to cook. Now, the secret of this, if you put too much water, it's not good either.
Right.
That's why you got to know amount of water you got to put in this, that way it's dried up. And when the pasta is ready, you don't have to have no water in the fry pan.
Right.
Then we put the shrimps.
Okay.
Now we put the shrimps.
And they'll cook within a minute or two.
Yeah, in a minute or two, like I said, they be cooked.
I'll take that. Now that would be for an order for two?
Well, this is, like I say, my portion over here at La Locanda is a big portion. Usually we make almost an order.
Well, okay.
You know, we put a little bit more because
you're very generous.
Well, you know, they like people that like eat in this area.
Oh, yeah. Abbondanza.
Abundante. Because if we give a little portion, they say too miserable, you know? Miserabile, they call us.
In other words, cheap.
Exactly. Then we put like a pinch of salt.
Is that ready to be plated?
Like that.
Yeah, we'll do it right here.
Add a little thing.
Ah. And you put the shrimps on top, right?
What?
Presentation.
Presentation
Presentation is everything,
today.
right?
You know?
A little garnish and... Wow, that smells good.
We gotta just taste now. If you
Okay.
You know, the flavor and everything else.
Well, I think Toddy's ready for this.
Okay,
We'll go hit him
ready
in
to go to
the dining room. Let's go.
So, Father Jamie, what is this that you made?
This is pasta alla nonna.
Okay.
Grandma's pasta.
Did he really get this recipe from his grandmother?
He told me he did. I don't think he would lie to me.
I don't think so either.
Let's dig in.
It smells really,
Oh, it's-
really, really good, and it looks simple and delicious.
Oh, it's very simple. It's
What's in
some
there?
pasta and broccoli de rabe, which is Italian broccoli,
I smell garlic.
and garlic,
Of course.
olive oil, some shrimp, and a little pepperoncini. Looks good. We have to get a few shrimp in there.
Yeah, let's do that. Thank you.
That looks good.
I can already tell that this linguine is very al dente. It's
Oh,
not
yes.
overcooked.
To the bite. You know, Italians like their pastas a little hard.
Yeah.
Very good. You know, some pastas have a lot of sauce and all, but this is a nice, it's not dry, but it's nice and moist, but it's not overly done.
When it's simple, you don't need a whole bunch of stuff. You don't need 1,000 ingredients. This is perfect.
And the shrimp are just right, nice and tender.
If you're looking for a simple, delicious, and clean classic dish, you gotta come here and try this. What do you think?
I think so.
Father Jamie, I love those places you took me to. They were so good.
I wish I could stay with your tata here in Williamsburg. I have to get back to the parish.
Well, I understand. You got to get back to work. But I think I can handle the rest of the day on my own. Plus, I'm going to a bakery, so I'll bring you something back.
Can you bring back some cannolis?
Sure, why not?
Great.
So I've had a really intense food day here in Williamsburg, and I ate a lot of good stuff. But believe it or not, my sweet tooth still isn't satisfied. So I'm gonna head into Fabiani's and get a little something light and sweet to top off the day. So Fabiani, here we are at your cafe, which is also named after you, right?
Yes.
Okay, now the reason why I love this place is because it's so comfortable for Williamsburg. Whenever I come in here, you find all types of people here. I usually have the coffee, but for the first time, I'm gonna have dessert with you.
Oh, great.
So,
Okay.
this is yuca cake, which I've never heard of before. Tell me, how do you use yuca to make something sweet?
In my country, we use yuca everywhere. We have yuca flour, fried yuca, and the Indians, they start making yuca. There is no flour.
There's no flour
There is
in
no
this?
flour whatsoever.
Right,
Has
so you're
like-
from Brazil though, right?
I'm
I just
from
want to let
Brazil.
everybody know. Okay.
I'm from Brazil, and so the Indians and the poor people, they didn't have it, money to go and buy butter, flour as the old times. So they came out with this yuca, very simple, coconuts from the coconut trees, the root, cheap and healthy. The amount of butter, it's 50 grams of butter for the whole cake.
For a whole
like,
cake.
The whole cake.
This
you know,
is so
so-
delicious because you're so used to yuca being savory, not sweet, right?
Yes, but we
Garlic
do-
and mashed. This is delicious, and I love the compliment of the coconut. That's very, very good. Now, tell me about this pistachio cake.
Ah.
I've never had pistachio cake in my life.
This, it's a kind of a mistake that
Really? Okay.
I
Looks
use-
like a good mistake. I'll let you know. Hold on, hold on. Let me see. Yes, very good mistake.
Because what happened is I used to work with one of the best pastry chefs in the United States. He was my mentor, and he had this pistachio petit four, which is like a very tiny tart with a pistachio cake. And then I got the recipe for myself, and I decided to do it one day, and of course I forgot 2 ingredients,
Okay.
and it came out a cake.
I will say it one more
And
time.
I-
This is a great mistake.
So I said, you know what? Pistachio cake instead of a pistachio petit four tart, you know, because it used to be a small tart
This is
with
great.
pistachio. So that's how it came out.
This is great. This is absolutely great. Now, finally, something I saw here, which is my favorite dessert in the world, which is a pear tart. Now, I had never had a pear tart until I went to Paris and had one. And then after that, it was my favorite. But then now here, I don't find these everywhere. So what made you put these on your menu?
Because it's my favorite too.
Great minds think alike.
You know, I was trained by French chef. Okay? I was training by them for 5 years, and I go a lot to Paris, and I love everything about them, especially the food.
Me too.
And so the pet art, it's so simple. It's so like homey, domestic dessert,
Heavenly.
Anyone in Paris knows how to do it. It was the first thing that I learned in school, and I kept making. You know,
It's delicious.
You know, it's that's why, and people love it. It's simple.
Simple but so good.
Exactly.
Well, this is absolutely delicious. And when I come back, I see some other things around the restaurant that I'm definitely going to try. And thank you for having us.
Thank you for having me in your show.
So whenever you're in Williamsburg, you've got to come to Fabiani's. There's still a little breakfast food floating around, some sandwiches, a little wine flowing. You got to try this place whenever you're in the neighborhood. It's on Bedford Ave, too. Enjoy my cappuccino. So I had a great time hanging out with you guys in Williamsburg today. You gotta come and try these places for yourself. And Father Jamie, I got a fruit tart for you. Sorry, no cannolis. So go to our website to learn more about today's episode, netny.net/breakingbread. I'm Tati, and I'll see you soon.